Hello everyone, welcome back to Creative Educational Idea. This is your day 2 and class 2 of Basic English for Beginners. Before we dive into today's new adventure, let's do a quick memory jog. Cast your minds back to our last class. We talked about a magical building block in English which is called the sentence. Let's quickly recap. In this class or in the previous class we discussed about our three golden rules, which first one is it must starts with a capital letter. Let me tell you, or who remembers the three golden rules that make a group of words a complete sentence? Okay, let's just discuss the only three golden rules to do not make this class lengthy. Okay, first one is it must starts with a capital letter. Second one, it must end with a punctuation mark like a period. It means a full stop or a comma, or not with comma, a question mark, or with exclamation point. Okay, as we know, the full stop, this full stop is also known as a period. The punctuation mark which we normally give at the end of the sentence, it's known as a period. Okay, and the third one is, most importantly, it must make complete sense on its own. For example, the blue sky. Here the complete meaning is not showing in this sentence, but the blue sky looks beautiful today. Starting with capital letter and ending with a period is make a complete sense on its own. That's why this is not a sentence and the blue sky looks beautiful is a sentence. I hope you all will understand. Now that we know how to build a sentence, today we are going to look at the different job sentences do, just like people have different jobs. Some people are doctors, some are firefighters, some are chefs. Just like that, sentences have different jobs too. Depending on how we say them and why we use them, sentences can change their flavor. Today, we are going to meet the 4 kinds of sentences. And by the end of today's class, you will see that sentences can tell, ask, give and shout out. Like tell means a fact. Sentences can just tell a fact and information about something, which we normally called a declarative sentence. And ask when, just ask a question, which is considering as interrogative sentence. Give, what they give? They give a command or request, which includes under imperative sentence. And shout out means a big emotion, which is exclamatory sentence. Are you ready to meet the 4 sentences superheroes? Let's get started today's class. Alright detectives, now it's time to meet our very first sentence superhero. I want everyone to pretend they are like a news reporter. Hold up your imaginary microphones. What does a reporter do? They share facts, tell us information, and make statements about what is happening in the world. Well, that is exactly what our first kind of sentence does. Meet our first sentence superhero, which is declarative sentence. The word declarative sounds very big and fancy, doesn't it? Let's break it down. It comes from the word declare. To declare simply means to say something clearly or to share a piece of information. It's like a signpost that just states a fact. And what it does? It does the job. In the job of giving a fact, giving an opinion. It's just telling sentence. Or the trademark, it always ends with a humble period or full stop. As you can see here, she is late. Okay, she is late. Now don't care or think about what is affirmative, what is negative. Just try to understand what is declarative. Okay, the sun rises in the east. Like the sun rises in the east. It start, or we can take the previous example, like the blue sky, or the blue sky looks beautiful today. Starts with capital letter, having an complete meaning of its own and ending with a period or a full stop. Let's just discuss which type of fact, which type of opinion it always gave. Like a fact, which type of fact? Maybe the universal truth, like the sun rises in the east. It's a fact. Normal and everyday statement it can give, like we are sitting in our couch. Or sorry, not in our couch, we are sitting in our classroom. We are sitting in our English class. Okay? And what is opinion? What type opinion it can give? It can give like ice cream is the best dessert in the world. Or dark chocolate is much better than sweeter one. These are the opinion type statements. And to lock in the concept before moving to the next type of sentence, do a just 2-minute activity. Whoever and wherever your friend is now, just ask them a fact, a everyday statement, and an opinion about you. And consider all those are under declarative sentence. Now I hope you all are clear what is declarative sentence. Now just quickly jump into the topic. A declarative sentence makes a statement, and a statement can be of two types, maybe of affirmative or maybe of negative. Affirmative are considered as positive statements. You all can easily understand with only two keywords, one is yes and one is no. Just think or just accept it as it is that affirmative sentences are positive and always include yes in it, and the negative sentences are negative which include no inside it. Okay, like example, she is late. Yes, she is late. Madhu can speak English. Or on the other hand, she isn't it late. If we convert or we rearrange this words like isn't it she late, it could not be occur in negative sentence because we are asking. We are not telling, we are asking. And if we are asking something, it will include under interrogative. Alright, let's see the other examples. The sun has risen. He lives in Bombay. Misha ran fast. The sun hasn't risen. He doesn't live in Bombay. Misha didn't run fast. Come on, let's head over to our second type of sentence, which is interrogative sentence. Now that we have mastered team yes and team no for telling facts, now let's move on to our second type of sentence. What happens when we don't know a fact and we want to find out? We don't tell, we ask. And that brings us to our next sentence superhero, that is Captain Interrogative. Interrogative sounds like a giant word, but think of a detective or a police officer interrogating a suspect in a mystery movie, because they are always asking and asking and asking questions. What do? They ask a lot of questions to solve the case, like if superheroes are solving cases quickly, interrogative sentences are just like that. They are asking lots of questions and always trying to collect answers. So an interrogative sentence is simply a question sentence. Its only job is to ask a question. Alright? Their job, it just ask question. And what is their trademark? It never ends with a period, means it never ends with a full stop. It always ends with a hook shaped question mark. A hook shaped question mark. And now look at the question mark. It looks like a little ear listening for an answer, doesn't it? Yes. That's how we will remember that an interrogative question having a trademark is question mark. Most questions starts with WH family words like who, what, where, when, why, okay, and how. Who is your best friend? What is your favorite color? Where is your water bottle? When is recess time? Why you are laughing? And their close cousin is how are you today? Just think and imagine how cool and interesting these subjects are, these topics are. Sometimes they start with words like is, are, do, can, will, like is it raining outside? And after the sentence, they put an interrogative or a question mark. Can you help me? Can you help me? Like this. Now let's discuss with some examples. Like, do you play cricket? You can see the question marks are highlighted here because it bear the most important role in interrogative sentence. Can you lift this box? Did Rekha sing a song? Where are you going? What is your father doing? Like this. So, Let's wrap up the transition. Like if declarative sentences are detectives, okay, and they always tell us things. On the other hand, interrogative sentences ask questions. But what happens when we want to give an order or a command? Let's find out in our next step. And before we move on to the next type of sentence, if you have not liked, shared, and subscribed this channel yet, it's my humble request to make sure to do it right now. Like, share, and subscribe. And yes, give your favorite interrogative sentence in the comment section. Let's dive straight into how you can explain this third type of your students about this exclamatory sentence. Now, we have learned how to tell us facts in declarative sentence and asked questions in interrogative sentence. What happens when we want to tell someone exactly what to do? For that, we use the imperative sentences. Think of this as the bossy or polite sentence. In this slide, we will discuss about both exclamatory and imperative sentences. Imperative sentences are used to give commands, make requests, or offer advice. Kids hear these all day long from teachers and parents. Let's start with a quick game of Simon. Like Simon says, stand up, you. Let's give him one name like Boxy. Stand up, Boxy, or touch your nose. Okay, these are like orders. But if Simon say, please sit down, it will consider as request. Every single order I just gave was our third type of sentence. That is the imperative sentence. Then what is its job? Its job is to command or order or request. Imperative sentences are the bossy or polite sentences. Their main two jobs are giving command means order, or making a request. Like this. Shut the door. It's like an order. Get out at once. Order. Help the poor. Never tell a lie. Considering all these sentences as imperative sentence. And what is its trademark? It usually ends with a period like full stop. But if you shout the command really loudly, it can sometimes ends with an exclamation mark. If you are saying the sentence normally, we can use a period. But if you are shouting very loudly or loudly, we have to give an exclamation mark. Here is a secret detective trick to find out. Okay. In this type of sentences, the word you is always hidden. When you say close the door, it actually means you close the door. Alright? clean your room right now. It could be, not could be, it is a command. Please pass me the pencil. It is a request. Eat healthy food every day. It is an advice. So these type of sentences are considering as imperative sentences. And at the end of this class, let's discuss about the drama queen. Which one? The one is exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory sentences express strong, sudden emotions like surprise, joy, anger, or excitement. Now imagine you are on a massive roller coaster, or you just saw a giant ghost, or you won a huge trophy. Would you say I'm happy in a flat or boring voice? No. You would shout, wow, this is amazing. So, my dear friends, meet our fourth type of sentence, which is the exclamatory sentence. This sentence is our drama queen because its only job is to show big emotions, like being super happy, totally shocked, or really scared. The trademark of this sentence, it never ends with an full stop or question mark. It always, I repeat, it always ends with an exclamation mark. An exclamation mark looks like a baseball bat with a ball bouncing underneath it because it has so much energy. Just try to find out the baseball bat and ball in this symbol. Now let's decode how the sentences of joy, surprise, anger, scary. Yay! We won the match. It's like joy. They are showing their super happiness. What a beautiful surprise party. It shows the shockedness or the shocked, how much they shocked after the surprise. Ouch, that hurt. Or watch out for the snake. It's like for anger or fear or pain. Now, after discussing about 4 types of sentences, let's bring the whole lesson together before end the class. Just think that a cake show how all 4 sentences use differently in taste. Declarative. Let's just think about one cake. Okay? And try to make 4 type of sentences about this one, like declarative. It's just a statement giving some information or opinion. Okay. The cake is chocolate flavor. It gives the information about the flavor of the cake. This is declarative. Or just telling a fact. Then interrogative. Can I eat the cake? Asking question. Can I eat the cake? Now imperative. Please cut the cake. It's requesting. Please, I'm requesting you. I humbly request, please cut the cake quickly. Okay. And about exclamatory, wow, this cake is delicious. Showing big excitement after eating that cake. And that, my dear friends, completes our grand tour of the 4 kinds of sentences in this class. Which one was your favorite? Let me know in the comment below, and do not forget to practice more and more questions. Here is your task. Do it and just comment number 1 with sign or D, question mark, exclamatory, imperative. You can give comments in short form. Thank you. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Wish you all the best for your future.